You know the movie called 9? There's another one coming out called 10.
It's not.
Yeah, there is.
That's not true. Don't listen to that.
It's
bollocks.
It's not snot. It's bogey.
Look, don't use my own quotes against me.
It's not snot. It's bogey.
Sorry about him. He's learning how to play yo-yo, allegedly. Today's video is dedicated to this little melon. He picked this subject, so if you don't like it, you can blame him. Alright, so see what you think to this, can you?
I go.
No, you're pointing at the camera, that's not...
Oh.
It's like... Although I can't really... Look, you're making me laugh now, you bastard. Hello. What up? It's John, your movie madman, and I'm back. That was my nephew at the beginning of the video there. He's been aching to be in one of these videos for a while, so I did a little thingy with him, obviously, because you've seen that bit already, so I don't really need to explain it. Today we're going to talk about black and white versus colour. Not more what's better, because they're both pretty good, but there's a lot of different types and styles. Got loads of stuff to show you. It's very exciting. So I'm going to start today by talking about old black and white. Good example of old black and white, Night of the Living Dead. It's an old black and white film, as is the 39 Steps. That's a very old black and white film, and Lifeboat is quite an old black and white film. A couple of Hitchcocks there and a Romero. I like old black and white. Not so much in SD. I'll tell you that. Watching old black and white in SD can be quite annoying sometimes, because the picture looks really bad because it's too old, basically. But if you're lucky to get an old black and white film, at least on Blu-ray, they look pretty good. So good thumbs up to old black and white. But saying that, you could be really lucky and get some old black and white films re-restored and remastered. There's Dr. Strangelove, I showed you that the other day. And I've got 4K Psycho, old black and white 4K as well. So that looked a lot better than I thought it was going to, considering it's quite old. Good thumbs up to that as well. You've also got Sepia Tone. I've only seen one Sepia Tone film, and that's The Wizard of Oz. I don't know if you know much about The Wizard of Oz, but it starts off in Sepia Tone, which is like a weird brown kind of colour. So it's not really black and white, but you get a weird browny kind of colour, and then it goes into colour. And I think this was the first film to be in colour as well. And if you watch that in 4K, the colour's amazing as well. So good thumbs up to that too. I don't know if you guys have ever been on Prime Video, but every now and then you get films like Night of the Living Dead that have been re-rendered into colour. Don't watch them. They're a thumbs down. Definitely do not watch an old black and white film that's been restored into colour, because the picture looks terrible. The picture actually looks better in black and white than an old black and white film that is rendered into colour. Looks absolutely awful, so just ignore them. I've only got the one film which was shot in black and white to express the feeling of grittiness of the movie, the low feeling of the movie, and that's The Elephant Man. This is a beautiful film, an adorable movie, I think is the best way to put it. David Lynch shot it in black and white. I looked it up, and he said he wanted to represent the grittiness of the low tone of the movie, and a low toned movie has to be shot in black and white, apparently, according to him, just his opinion. So, and then you get people like my favourite director, Bong Joon-ho. He shot Parasite in black and white, but then he decided to release it in colour. I don't know why he shot it in black and white. I think it was a similar reason to The Elephant Man, to do with the tone of the film, and he wanted to lower the tone of the picture. So who knows? Well, he does. He knows, he made it, so ask him. I haven't got a copy to show you here, but Schindler's List is another popular film that was made in black and white. Steven Spielberg himself said he shot it in black and white because he wanted to represent the Holocaust. He said that the Holocaust is life without light, and the symbol for life is colour, apparently. So the Holocaust was without life, so he had to take the colour out. So, and I've seen that in 4K as well. Saw that in 4K on Prime Video. I don't really like 4K transfers from Prime Video. I'll find out when I get the physical copy. When I get it, I'll open it and show it to you. You like the sound of that, don't you? Yeah, another unboxing. Yeah, you like unboxings, don't you? Just wait till Wednesday. I haven't actually got the censored version. I've got the full uncut version, but Kill Bill, in the censored version of this, there's a black and white segment when Uma Thurman's character's fighting all those people at the house at Blue Leaves, the Crazy 88, even though there's not 88 of them. But most of that was shot in black and white because it was too violent. But you watch this version and it's in colour and extended, so that's very exciting. Then we moved on to stylised black and white, ladies and gentlemen. Sin City is stylised black and white. Most of it is green screen. It's done like that so it looks more like the comic. Brilliant. I cannot wait till this film's in 4K. That's going to be a very good 4K film. The only other colour in it is red, so of course I like it, and it's a red case as well, so that's a lot of points for me. Hopefully when it's released in 4K that case will be red as well, or I won't buy it. Then we move on to special black and white renderings. For example, Mad Max was rendered into black and white for some reason. Don't know why. Same with this actually. These were both rendered into black and white. I have heard that there's a black and white version of Justice League as well, Zack Snyder's Justice League. There's a special black and white rendering of that, and I have no idea why. Some directors are just like, oh, I'll do it in black and white. This in black and white. Isn't that good? Some people say it is good, so don't listen to my opinion. Some people say it is really good, they really like the black and white version, but I didn't see the point. Most of it's set at night, so you can't see anything. And one of the big things about Logan was that it was really violent, which you can't see in black and white. So, don't know, same goes for this. One of the things that's amazing about the 4K edition of Mad Max is all the colour. So, why that's in black and white, I don't know. Some directors just do that. Special-wise though, Christopher Nolan made segments of Memento in black and white. I don't know if you know much about Memento, but the film goes backwards and forwards at the same time. Literally, it starts at the end and the scenes go backwards, and then there's a black and white segment that starts at the beginning and the scenes go forwards. So I understand that. I understand why this has got the black and white bits in it, because it shows you what's the beginning story and what's the end story, and then it meets in the middle. There's a video, Christopher Nolan explains the timeline a bit better than I just did. Well, he wrote it, I didn't, so if you speak to him, he'll be able to explain it a bit better. New 4K black and white, they're quite interesting. Well, they're not. I saw Mank in 4K in black and white and I thought it was boring, but we've already covered that. I saw Malcolm and Marie, that was 4K black and white as well. Don't get me wrong, they both look incredible, but Malcolm and Marie was one of the most boring films I've ever seen in my life, as was Mank. It's just my opinion though. I find some films boring that other people love. I told my friend that Malcolm and Marie was boring and pointless and he loved it, so maybe I've just got really bad taste. I'm moving on to colour now, so if I could just... That's right, I totally went there. You can get old colour Blu-rays which look good. I've got an old Alfred Hitchcock box. I have heard that there's an Alfred Hitchcock box out there that has 4 of his films in 4K. One of them I've got, Psycho, but I haven't got the other 3 because, well, I've not got the box. But apparently they're really good in 4K, so maybe old 4K looks good. But I'll tell you that because I've got some old 4Ks. I've got 2001 and The Shining, both Stanley Kubrick movies. They're both old colour and 4K, and they both look amazing. I think Stanley Kubrick old 4K are some of the best 4K films that I've seen, so I look forward to when A Clockwork Orange comes out in September. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be great. Getting to the end now, if that helps. I've got to put all these away again after I've done this video. That's going to be fun. And then you've got new films in colour in 4K. Everybody's favourite, Joker in 4K. A lot of people that you watch will say Joker in 4K is one of the best 4K Blu-rays out there. I agree, hence why I just showed you that. Kong Skull Island is another amazing new 4K film, and Mission Impossible Fallout is another amazing new colour 4K film. I mean, it's all about that colour. I don't know if I go as far as say I prefer black and white or colour, because there are some films in black and white I've seen that I love, and obviously I've seen films in colour that I love. There are certain directors that will use filters, like James Cameron and David Fincher. James Cameron uses a lot of blue filter. David Fincher uses a lot of yellow, orange, blue. He uses a lot of filters. There's also grain as well. 300 is probably the best grainy 4K movie I've seen, which is kind of sepia tone. It's kind of sepia tone and red, so it's got a very brown and black image, but there's loads of red in there as well because of obviously the blood. But the grain, I've never seen a film that's so grain heavy that goes so well with the style of the movie. When I first put this in, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's a bit grainy, but doesn't matter, it's amazing. So if you want to see 300 in 4K, it's definitely worth it, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to have to go though, because I found out the other day that I can only post 15-minute videos, and this is quite long, so I'm going to have to cut quite a bit out. So hopefully it'll be alright, but enjoy the rest of your day. I hope my nephew enjoys this video as well. I hope you like it, Charlie. But I'm going to poo off. If you could like this and subscribe, please, that would be nice. And I'll be back on Wednesday. Bye.